The Axial LED Halo Headlight with Angel Eye daytime running light is for those of you that have a 1997 to 2018 TJ or JK that is looking for a headlight that's going to produce a lot more light than that factory headlight did, but also one that's going to give your Jeep a custom, modern, and different look from a lot of the other ones rolling down the road. This headlight is going to be a very easy 1 out of 3 wrench installation. Even the daytime running light that requires a little bit of wiring is still going to be completely plug and play. It comes with a fuse tap. This is very simple to get installed for anybody to do in their driveway, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in just a second. So when you're looking to upgrade your headlights, there are going to be a couple different options for you. You can just swap out the light source or the bulb. You can go with an LED bulb or just one that produces more lumens, but you're still going to be a little bit limited with the light output that your headlight can produce. You can swap out the reflector housing for one that's going to control light a little bit better. Again, you're going to get some gains from that, but it's not going to be dramatic. Or you can go all the way up to a full projector LED headlight, and that's really the best of the best these days on the market. And the idea behind this is that the LED produces a ton of very, very bright light, and the projector is able to control that light so that it's not just scattered everywhere. It's in a very usable light pattern, and it's also not going to be blinding oncoming traffic as you're driving down the road, which is very, very important. And that's what you're going to get out of a projector like this. This one also has a little bit of a different style, having individual projectors inside of that, where some other ones just have 2 projectors, or a projector and a reflector for the low beam and high beam. This also has those daytime running lights, again, adding to the style factor, adding to the look of your Jeep. So it's going to produce more light and also more style. Now, in general, Axial is known for producing a very budget-friendly item. So this is going to be a light that will change up the style of your Jeep and add a lot more light output, all at a lower cost than some of the other options out there. So of course, this is a 7-inch round headlight. That's what's going to be in all of your TJs and in all of your JKs. This is designed to work in either of those vehicles. However, if you have the factory LED headlights in your JK, this is not going to work. You're going to have one of those halogen headlight buckets in order to make this work. So I know Jeep only started producing those LED headlights from the factory late in the JK run. Most of you are going to be able to bolt these right in. So what you're gonna have here is a die-cast aluminum housing, a polycarbonate lens, and then on the inside, again, multiple projectors, each with an LED light source behind it. So that's going to produce your high beam and your low beam, and then you're gonna have a bar at the bottom and at the top, and that is going to produce your daytime running lights. So these are gonna go ahead and plug right into your H13 or your H4 wiring harness that you have on your factory TJ or JK. So again, these are gonna work for either generation. If you do have a TJ, you're gonna be using this jumper. This is gonna plug from the headlight directly into the headlight housing. If you have a JK, you're gonna be using this one. This has a little box in there to eliminate any sort of flickering that can happen from the CAN bus system trying to run an LED light instead of a halogen light. Over here, you're going to have your wiring harness for your daytime running lights. So you have, coming out of the pigtail on the light itself, you have your regular 3-prong plug, high beam, low beam, ground, and then you're also going to have a 12-volt wire that's going to get power for your daytime running light, and that's where this is going to come in. So this harness plugs directly into your headlight, and then it has this fuse tap here. So you can tap any fuse under the hood that you want to in order to power that daytime running light. So you can tap a fuse that is on when the ignition is on. You can tap a fuse that's on when your parking lights is on. You can really choose how you want to wire these up depending on when you want the daytime running lights to be on. A pair of these headlights with everything that you see here is going to come in at only $140. That is going to be significantly less expensive than some of the other lights on the market. Now, if you are looking for the best of the best in build quality, in light output, and in light control, so the optics of the light, there are some other options out there that might produce a little bit more light or throw it a little bit further down the road in a nice controlled manner. But you're going to pay significantly more than this. Some sets of headlights are up to $1,000. If you have the budget and that's what you're looking for, we have that option out there for you. However, if you're still looking for something that's going to be a drastic improvement over the factory light, is definitely going to change up the look of your Jeep and add that daytime running light, I think this is a very budget-friendly option. Now, a member of the install team will show you how to get these installed on your Jeep.
Now that we have the Jeep in the shop, we can go ahead and install our headlights. So first we can go ahead and open up our hood and take off the grill so we can have access to the headlights. To remove the grill, you're going to use a trim removal tool or a flathead screwdriver to go ahead and get all 6 pop clips out. Once we have all 6 clips removed, we can go ahead and remove the grille. You just want to be very careful of the wiring harnesses for your turn signals so you don't damage them taking off the grille. After the grille's off, you can lay it back and we can go ahead and disconnect our turn signals. And get the grille out of the way. Now we can take out our stock headlight by removing the 4 Torx bolts with a T15 Torx bit. Just make sure you have a handle on your light, because this is the only thing that's attaching them. And you can pull it out, being careful of your wiring harness, and completely disconnect it. And now we can remove the other headlight doing the same thing. So now we can transfer our stock trim ring over to our new headlight. Now we have 2 wiring harnesses that were given in the box. One is going to be your anti-flicker harness. It's going to say EMC on it, and then you have an adapter harness that will be for the H4 to H13 conversion. This is for the JKs. If you have a TJ, you won't need this because you already will have the H4 attachment. Now we can plug this into the factory harness and go ahead and mount it up. I would like to mention that you will need access to this because this is going to control your halos, and we have a different wiring harness that we will put in a little bit. And you can stick that down there or have access to it at the back. And you can line your trim up. Usually the separation is at the bottom. Then we can do the same thing on the other side. So now we can go ahead and attach our wiring harness for our halos. We had enough room where we can attach them after we mounted our headlights up. It might make it easier to attach it before you actually mount up the headlights. So now we can take our longer side and attach it to our driver's side light. Might have to move back the plastic and then cover it up to protect the harness. Now we can tuck this in and move to the other side. So our wiring harness will be able to tap into the fuse box. We picked a fuse that would not be on all the time. What we did is we ran it into our parking light fuse, so once we turn the parking lights on, our semi-halo will be on. And you'll have 2 5-amp fuses on the harness. You just want to make sure that the fuse that you pull will be able to compensate so it won't blow. Now you can put your fuse box back together, put your grill on and close your hood, and then you're all set. that wraps up our review and install. For more videos like this, keep it right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.